Hey everyone, how are you going? So long time no video, eh? Yeah, sorry. I am committing to having a video up every Sunday. Claire, it's Wednesday. Where was your video Sunday? Starting next Sunday. This is an early one for last Sunday. Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, what we're doing today is the AuthorTube Tag. This awesome Facebook group was created by Lily Mead and ClareAgrippina. I'll leave links to both of them in the description. They're both really cool people to check out. And yeah, it's just an awesome community. And now there is a tag video. So it's time to join in. The first question, how did you find out about AuthorTube? I found out through Lily Mead's videos. She's a great YouTuber and has a lot of great videos on writing. Heartily recommend checking her out if you have not yet. Question 2. What genre do you write in? If you know me at all, you know that I am all about the fantastical. Whether it be fantasy, sci-fi, paranormal, anything that is not your everyday setting. I struggle a little bit with contemporary, and I've certainly never even really tried to write in it because it's just not my cup of tea. Even with the TV shows I watch, things like Pretty Little Liars, I can't get into them. But the second you have that emotional drama and then also throw in vampires, apparently I'm totally okay with it. I'm like, you know, it matters this much that they broke up. I mean, so-and-so is also a vampire. If I've accepted that, I can accept that this relationship is that important. Question 3. What is your preferred writing style in regards to tense, point of view, and category? Now, I used to write much more in the adult when I was actually younger, but I've been loving young adult of late because you just get a chance to experience so much more during a coming of age story. And I think a lot of the times older fantasy especially feels the need to try and be adult in incredibly immature ways. It's things like shock or gore for the sake of it. It's not used effectively. This is a big problem with sexual violence in entertainment. It's just used there to be adult, not to actually tell any real story. There are of course exceptions to this, but as a general rule I found that, and so I've been moving more and more into the YA category, although I'm certainly not going to abandon adult and new adult anytime soon. As for tense and point of view, I am all about the third person past tense. I like there to be a camera over someone's shoulder recording what they've done, which is a little difficult because for NaNoWriMo and for a new project I'm writing first person present tense, which is a brand new ballpark. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's very hard not to go straight into I did this, I do it. Showing and not telling in first person present tense is so difficult for me, so I'm gonna keep at it though. Challenge myself. Always a good idea. Question 4. Are you a potter? I'm a potterhead, yes. No. Are you a plotter, a pantser, or a planter? Which is a whole mess of terms. If you're not familiar with them, plotter means you plot, pantser means you write by the seat of your pants, and planter means a combination of the two. I've always definitely been a pantser. I remember trying to work out who it was who was going to betray the main character in a story, and up until the point where the door opened and the betrayer walked in, I didn't know who it was going to be. I had a couple of options, but I wasn't sure who yet. And I really enjoy that discovery element. Now that I've started editing my manuscripts, however, I'm going more into a planter sort of thing, where I do spend so much time thinking about where the story will go that even if I don't write it down, I've got the major points I want to hit. It's still very flexible and that can still change, but I know the notes. It's just a matter of arranging them correctly. Number 5, are you a self-published, published, or yet-to-be-published author? I am a yet-to-be-published author. I am a published writer. I was deputy editor for the Australia Times Games magazine, and I still do some freelance for them occasionally. But in terms of novellas and novels, this is all new. I'm going to be starting my first ever query process in January for 2 different manuscripts that are in different stages of editing, and I'm terrified and excited for it. Number 6, what publishing company, agency are you with? Or if you're not with any, who would you ideally like to be? Well, I'm not with anyone, and I'm going to talk about publishers that I'm interested in. I would love to be with Orbit one day. I'd love to have one of my sci-fi stories have the Orbit logo next to it, just like I've got Anne Leckie's and James Corey's books. Alternatively, because I'm an Australian and gotta represent the Australian industry, Allen and Unwin's. I would very much love to have their logo on one of my books one day. So yeah, those 2. Number 7, what AuthorTube related videos can you expect to see here? It's dependent on me actually putting out videos. No, I'm serious. I'm going to commit 1 a week. Hold me to it. Videos you can expect to see. I'll definitely be talking about books and reviewing them, because that's, I think, an important part of being an author, is understanding the craft and reading other people's work. But in terms of writing videos, you can expect to see vlogs. I want to do also some more editorial style about certain issues and trends. Things about how to use specific situations effectively. I mentioned sexual violence earlier. I'm currently working on one about how to use sexual violence well in stories. That's going to be a fun one to research, isn't it? Just watch all of Game of Thrones again for how not to do it. Question 8, when did I start writing? Oh, it's so long ago, I don't even know. I honestly can't remember a time when I wasn't writing. I consider the start of my official "this is what I want to do" career when I was 14. I'd already written a lot of things, but I wanted to start a new story, and I didn't know what the story was going to be about. I had absolutely nothing planned. I just picked a random name, and then random name was Danny. And I said, okay, what is Danny doing? And Danny's waking up. And Danny woke up was the very first line of this brand new story. 2 years later, I had a first draft manuscript. It was my first ever full manuscript. It was my first ever story that was more than 10,000 words. And now, 10 years later, having finished it, it has now been professionally edited. It's in its 3rd draft stage. I'm going through line edits now, and that will be going to queries in January. So that line's no longer in it, by the way. It no longer opens with Danny woke up. Danny's still in it though, and he does still wake up. Question 9, what was the earliest thing you ever wrote? I should have read the question before answering the previous question. So yeah, I'm gonna go with work in progress title is Splintered. We'll see if that stays. The previous title was Blood Cross. That title stuck around for 8 years, so it is very difficult for me not to call that manuscript Blood Cross. And yeah, even though I'd been writing things before that, that will always be, as I said, the sort of start of my career. So, well, you'll hopefully get to see that one soon. And by soon, I mean in like 3 years, because publishing is a really slow industry, but hopefully. Question 10, what authors inspired you the most? Far out, that one's a little bit challenging because there's so many. Garth Nix, who's an Australian author, wrote my favorite book of all time, Lyrial, which definitely inspired me. There's too many to name, but I definitely would have to give special props to Garth Nix and Lyrial, because it is my favorite. Question 3, do you schedule your writing sessions or just do them whenever you can? So, yeah, as I mentioned, schedules are challenging for me, but I am trying. I'm trying to write a little bit each day and then have a couple of set days a week where I'm like, yes, this is what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm not streaming, I'm not making a YouTube video, I'm not getting sucked into the Uncharted series, which I just bought and I'm playing through for the first time. 2 is so much better than 1, I can't wait to play 3. Focusing. Yes, so definitely trying to stick to a schedule, and who knows, when I have more videos, maybe we'll see a video about how to schedule. Because that wouldn't be the blind leading the blind in this at all. Question 12, do you type or handwrite? I used to handwrite a lot and I will still handwrite if that's all that's available to me, but I am a very speedy typer these days and I am all about typing. I actually just recently changed up my keyboard to a mechanical keyboard with cherry blue buttons, which if you're a gamer you know what I'm talking about, but they are clicky things. It sounds like I'm writing on a typewriter. Just click, 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 click. Maybe a little too much click for writing actually. But yes, definitely typing all the way. And where do you write in general? Well, most of the time I write at my computer. I do also have a tablet and a Logitech Bluetooth keyboard that connects to the tablet, which I will use, and I actually use in the bath because I can't distract myself with anything there. It's like, okay, write the story or nothing else. I'm like, fine, I'll write the damn story. But both the tablet and the keyboard are dying, so they might need to get replaced soon. And last question, 13. What do you look forward to most being part of AuthorTube? I look forward to collaborating. I look forward to sharing your stories and hearing about what you're going to be doing. I love talking about writing, getting excited, seeing others excited about it. And I certainly look forward to something that might give me some amount of accountability and sticking to a schedule, because I need to do that. Alright, so that is the AuthorTube tag. If you would like to do it, by all means, consider yourself tagged. And what's more, I'll put a link to the Facebook group below so that you can request an invite. And yeah, we can all just do some writing together. Woo! That sounded so unenthusiastic, I'm sorry. It's so hot. You people in America have cool air at the moment. This is Australian summer. It is boiling. I'm melting here. But yes, alright everyone. So I look forward to seeing a video this Sunday. Have a good one. Bye.